Hello, great minds. Happy new month to you. It's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful month for you and for myself. Yes, it's the month of October. Yeah, if you have been following our channel, you'd realize that we had a boot camp last month, September. And in case you are not able to register, in case you registered and it was already late for you to attend, I would encourage you to go catch up a bit. We have some videos of some speakers that are up, and that was why you were not seeing me here, because I really wanted you to catch up with what we learned and what we got, what we were taught, how we were tutored, at the boot camp. And I encourage you to go listen to the materials, go listen to the videos that will have, they will help you. Yes, look for the video from the boot camp. It will help you a lot. I know you'll be wondering that why am I wearing camo. My local church where I worship, and of course I would encourage you to also have a local church where you worship, is very important for each and every one of us as believers, because we need iron to sharpen our iron, and we need that spiritual, place where we can recharge. So our season in my local church is the season of a great army year. So what you're seeing a great army here. Yes. So we also had in our WhatsApp group, Reactivate Great Minds group, we had people come speak to us. We had speakers that we invited to come talk to us on purpose versus plan. Purpose versus plan. And I want to encourage you, in case this is your first time of coming into this channel, you're very welcome. I am glad you came. On behalf of the Reactivate Great Mind team, I say you are welcome. Do well to reach out to us if you want to be a closed in member, so that you get to know what we are doing, when we are doing whatever we are doing, where we are holding what. You get to harness everything that this great community have in stock for you. I'll always encourage you to, nation building is not a one-man show. Growth is not a one-man show. So you need a community that will keep charging you up. And I encourage you to join the Reactivate Great Minds community. Reach out to us and let's add you up to the group. Do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. In case you're not yet subscribed, what are you even waiting for? By this time you're not yet subscribed? Just tell me. And for those who always watch, as usual, we always encourage you to put down your comments. It's not a one-way thing, it's a two-way thing. So I get to learn from you, you learn from me. We rub minds together, we ask questions, we contribute. That is how we roll in this community, and I encourage you to be a part of it. Now, in a continuation of what we had in the end of last month, September, in the Reactivate group, we had it was not an online thing, it was just in the group where we had seasoned speakers speak to us. Yeah, so we'll be continuing from there, and I'll be talking on purpose and plan. And as we go further, I'll also talk about what happens when it looks like your purpose and your plan are not, giving you the results that you want. We're going to be looking at this from different angles. Purpose is a major thing that confuses people. I will tell you for free. Many adults are even confused of what their purpose is. And at times when people have purpose, they know their purpose, they're working towards their purpose, and they have a plan, and as they plan, they don't see the results that they expect to see. There's a high chances of them getting discouraged. And we'll also be treating it in this month of October. What happens when your purpose clashes with your plan, or when your plan, when they hit in a way that is not so palatable to you, when you're not getting your expected results, how would you handle? What should you do? We all need this, to clear our minds and clear our hearts and clear our path, so we can keep moving forward. Here briefly in this video, I want to talk about plan. We all know the popular saying that says that somebody who fails to plan is automatically planning to fail. And most times, a whole lot of us already have many things written down, outlined, and that we are working towards achieving. Yes, and I want to tell you that it is very important you have a plan. It is very important. It's even better you have a plan, working towards that plan, and then maybe when you're not seeing things go the way you're planning, then you can always re-strategize. You can always look for someone to talk to. You can always ask questions. You can always do many things. But whereby you don't have a plan, you would be more confused. You will just be heading to place, you just be jam meeting yourself, jam walking, jam talking, everything will just be somehow clumsy. You have to plan. Just like when you want to travel, you're going to pick the clothes you're wearing, you're going to pick the shoe, you pick a lot of things. You already make up your mind the bus you're going with. If you are going by road, you already make up your mind the flights you're going with. If possible, you book ahead, so that apart from getting cheaper flights, you can also go on time, so you can pick seats that you want. Yes, so that is part of plan, and planning is very, very important. Planning, we can never overemphasize the importance of planning. Planning guides you to the path you're doing. Planning helps you to also appraise your movement. Planning also helps you to know where you're not doing well, in the areas you're supposed to be doing well. It generally helps you to appraise yourself, to move better. It helps you to not get your mind clumsy. It helps you in so many ways. So I encourage you, in case you've been waking up and just doing life, I encourage you to plan your day, plan your week, plan your conversation, plan. Yes, there will be times where when you plan, things don't go the way you plan. When you plan, there's an obstruction. When you plan, there is this. We'll talk about that later, how to handle it. But I want to really encourage you, in case you don't plan, please learn to plan. Plan out your month, plan out your days, plan out, just plan. Just say, okay, I'm going to do this between this period and this period. For those of you that are working and those who are also students, you realize that when you plan your day, maybe on your table you say, oh, I'm going to work on this particular thing from this time to this time, you'll be more productive than just going to the office, just walking into the office and say, okay, I'll just keep doing my work. No, you'll be more productive. You time yourself. You realize that you'll be more conscious of any activity that is trying to deviate your attention. You discover that you're beginning to be impatient with time wasting. Why? Because you're planning. But when you don't have a plan, when you don't know how you would go about your daily duty, anything goes. At the end of the day, it just be you like dream. Just say, oh, I didn't even do much today. Why? Because you refuse to plan. Now, if you're a student, of course you know that automatically there is timetable for your lectures, so morning section what you're taking, afternoon section what you're taking, evening section what you're taking, and you also have your schedule of when you go to read. Are you reading in the library? Are you reading in the hostel? What time are you reading? And everything. Because when you don't do that, you can't just wake up in the morning on a day you have lecture and say, oh, I want to go and read on my own, or I want to go and do this. You realize that you'll be shortchanging yourself, and you will not really get the desired result that is expected of you. You see why planning is important, and the way to plan. So I just mentioned something in case you're working. This will help you a lot. Ensure you plan your day. Don't just stand up and say, oh, I'm going to work today, I'm going to office today, oh, I'm speaking to a colleague today, oh, I'm meeting a business partner, oh, whoever comes my way today and everything. No. Have a go-to. You might not write it down, you might have it in your head, and when you practice this thing over time, you realize that you become more productive as individual. A lot of times people ask, oh, how are you able to achieve this? How are you able to work? How are you able to see right? How are you able to do this? And I tell them it's planned. My 9 to 5 I work, should I say 9 to 5 or 8 to 5? I already know that that time belongs to the office where I'm employed to work, and so I give you my best in that area. I plan, all my plannings are towards the official assignments. Now I have early morning and I also have late nights. Now, in that late night, I also plan what to do and what not to do, when to write. Most of my writing are done at night. Yes, most of the write-ups that I do, for those of you that read from me, you notice that most of the write-up I do them at night, even though I post them at day, but I write them at night. I also help a lot of people to work on their books. Yes. And so, how am I able to achieve this with work? I do that very early in the morning and also weekends. You see how I plan, so that I'll be able to not disappoint anybody, meet up with what the assignment they are giving me, meet up with the assignment I am called to, and also give my best in my office. Yes, we're going to stop here for now. I would like to hear from you. How do you plan? Share with me how you plan. I might be learning something from you that will be useful to me, and the community might also be learning from you. Do you think it is important to plan, or you feel it is not important to plan? Let us know in the comment section. Like I always say, this is not a one-way thing, it's a two-way thing. Tell us how you feel. Tell us what you think down in the comment section. Until I meet you there, do have a graceful week, and see ya next Monday as we continue this conversation. Ciao.